Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got a bit of a different video today. So you may know, I'm not kind of really like a snapshot review kind of channel. I usually just do like build stuff, like challenges, like random blocks and like building a random house in the world using Google Earth, Subscribe by the way if you want to see that stuff. Almost 90% of my viewers don't subscribe. Figured I'd throw the plug in the beginning, trying to be a good YouTuber here. But anyway, like I was saying, I don't really usually cover updates, but today Mojang dropped something that's actually kind of really interesting. There's been a lot of speculation recently because they've been posting these like kind of weird cryptic tweets and like posts on like different social media and stuff, just emojis and stuff. Like no one really knew what they were talking about. But in 25W02A, Mojang finally added something that's really needed in my opinion, which is a bunch of these environmental features. Kind of focus on like atmosphere. So I kind of want to go in and look at them. Most importantly, in my opinion, are these two features that you see behind me, which are the falling leaves on the ground and these particles coming down from the trees, which really kind of add a lot to the like environment. So yeah, kind of look at the blocks here. There's like these like this is just a normal world that's generated. I didn't really like fly around or anything. This is the exact biome I spawned in, so I guess it's kind of a really good like example of it. There's these like new blocks, leaf litters, which I think actually are really cool. They're like basically they're the pink petals but for brown leaves. I think this new petal block is like really interesting, by the way, like because it's like a new kind of format for blocks. There's like the candles that kind of do it, but leaf petals, leaf litters, and now there's wildflowers, which I think are actually a really interesting kind of environmental thing. Like these have nice color, but they're kind of lower to the ground. Yeah, I think they look really cool. They're also apparently you can angle them. I didn't know that, but you could like change the direction they're facing, which I think is actually pretty cool. Oh yeah, there's also these leaf particles, which you might be seeing in the air here. I think they kind of add a lot to the environment, honestly. They kind of go back and forth. I don't really know how these work. I don't know if these are particle effects or what these are. There's one other change this update that, well, I guess there's two others, but importantly, there's pig variants. So, normal biomes have the normal pigs. This works, I think, similar to frogs, if I'm not mistaken, or it's biome dependent. I actually haven't looked at any of this, so I'm gonna get the live reaction to the new pig variants real quick. I haven't looked at them at all. I think there's like a cold one and a warm one, I wanna say. I don't know what biome is what. Oh, this is a birch forest. Okay, so they added the wildflowers to birch forests. Is this new pigs here or no? Nope. Any tag anywhere? Or this gotta have the new pigs, right? Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, they got like their own, like, I guess not model, it's like just a texture, but it's actually kind of cool. I think there's another one too. You see the leaf effects here. There's no fallen leaves here because I guess these are like, evergreen trees. That looks pretty cool. Let's find a warm biome real quick. See what this one looks like. Okay, so it's normal. Where's the, oh, there it is. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, really interesting. Like tusks on it maybe? No, I actually don't know. I don't know if those tusks or not. That's a very interesting pig. Very interesting. I think it's cool to have like farm animal variants. I think they should do way more. I think we should have cow variants, chicken variants, sheep variants. I don't know why we don't. And Mesa too, yeah. Very interesting stuff. So they're not in desert, but they're in, I guess probably nothing spawns in the desert, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, I'm way more interested in the leaf stuff, to be honest. I think the kind of environmental stuff. So let's head back to the forest. See, these leaf particles I think are actually very interesting. Let me get all the leaves out and we can kind of look at them. I don't know if every leaf block has like its own variation of it. Let's see the colors. See, this is oak. I think the leaf texture just kind of matches the leaf. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can see the difference between the two leaves. It's actually really interesting. I'm assuming there's pink ones too, right? Yep, probably white ones. Yeah, all right, this is actually a pretty cool feature, I'm not gonna lie. Mojang may have cooked for once. It's still kind of dark, but it's actually pretty cool. I actually think this is really interesting. Just kind of adds like a environmental thing. I did not know they did that. They like cherry leaves? No idea, whatever. Not the point of the video. You see there's a bit of like color difference on the leaves too. And it can almost like fall out of it. Kind of mix it. Some like different colors in there, I think. Either way, pretty interesting feature. I think this actually adds a lot to like the feeling of forests. Oh, they're actually really loud when you walk on them. That's actually kind of sick. Wait a minute. Alright, that's pretty cool. I can't lie. Not sure if you can hear it on YouTube, but it's a lot louder than walking on grass. These seem to generate mostly under trees as well. Because, here there's like an open space here and there's like almost none. But like under like every tree, there's a lot of them. I feel like this is maybe a bit much, the generation for it, but we'll see how they kind of adjust it. I will say though, I feel like it's a bit of a like missed opportunity. I know it's like one of the most suggested things of all time, but falling leaves and not having like seasons feels a bit weird. But like I feel like this would fit way more if there was like a fall kind of biome. But either way, very interesting. Except yeah, there's like the wildflowers also, which I think are just pretty cool. Like decoration block. It's just a very interesting decoration block. I don't know. Adds a bit more ambience and like environment and stuff. It's not gonna like, it's not like a huge game-changing feature or anything. I think it's pretty interesting. I prefer the leaves though. I can see it's being used a lot more in like a autumn kind of styled build. Alright, so we're in my build world now. Let's get these out. Yeah, this is my kind of like my most autumn themed house I can think of on this world here. So I feel like these could add a bit more, just a bit of like ambience to it. Yeah, I feel like it really fits. Very interesting. Pretty cool block. Yeah, no, obviously the wildflowers. I don't know. I feel like they look pretty good with like bee stuff. So here we are on this house. very interesting stuff. I think it's cool to have like these kind of new variants of blocks with like the 4 segments on it. Again, like the cherry kind of petals. I just think it adds like more stuff to it, because sometimes full flowers are just a bit much, you know what I mean? So I kind of like these like small flat ones. But yeah, it's pretty cool, kind of like a nice like ambient sort of thing. And yeah, the falling leaves are really cool, even if not like, can't really see them on like single tree stuff. It's more of like an environmental thing, but they do add a lot. I can't believe it took Mojang 15 years to add these, but you know, better late than never. The idea I had is like kind of like a more like nature themed house. You know, you can have a lot more like leaves in the roof of the house here. It kind of probably adds a lot of particle effects to it. Yeah, I like that. It adds like a nice ambience to it. Painting pop off the wall, but yeah, it adds a nice ambience to it. I know like particle emitting stuff isn't exactly new. There's been like the spore blossom in the game for a bit, but that's kind of, I feel like it's almost too aggressive. You know what I mean? It's like, almost feels like it's like dripping down, but the leaves kind of like float. Just add a bit more to it. You see it? Like, you see what I mean? Just a bit less aggressive, I guess. And yeah, if you want to get into like the, you know, specifics, you can like mix some colors in there. That's probably how I'd use it, like some kind of like leaf ceiling. Probably like a cave, honestly, is how I'd want to use it. So like natural kind of like landscaping stuff. But yeah, I feel like that does add a lot when they do fall. It's really cool, like, kind of ambience. Yeah, I like the wildflowers a lot. It's like a nice color, yellow and white. There's surprisingly not a whole lot of yellow like flowers. There's really just like the dandelion. I think Minecraft needs some more like low-key kind of like decoration stuff, because a lot of them are like, you know, you wouldn't decorate with this. I get that that's biome specific, really. Like a lot of the stuff are like kind of large and like stand out a lot. So I think these like smaller ones are pretty cool. Add a bit of color to stuff, you know. I like it. I like it. Kind of wish you could put them on stuff. I know obviously it doesn't make much sense, but you know, obviously you have to be on grass or like a dirt block variant, I'm assuming. Kind of thought of my this treehouse build immediately. I like the leaves. I think they add a lot to it. Very cool stuff. The falling leaves add a lot here too. Kind of feels like we're finally getting the wild update, which we basically like never got, in my opinion. Like, yeah, the wild update was kind of meant to be like, you know, birch forest. It's kind of like environmental things. We're talking about adding a bunch of like small ambient features to make each biome feel a bit unique. We never got that realistically. Like, we really didn't. It was just like the warden, and in my opinion, the worst biome of all time. But we won't get into that. But yeah, it feels like we're kind of finally getting some like unique detail blocks. I think we should get seasons though. Come on, Mojang, you got this. I believe in you. Yeah, I think it's very interesting stuff. I think people who are a lot better than me at building will have really cool ideas for this stuff. I don't really have a whole lot. I just think it's like a nice little like ambient thing. So I got a challenge for you guys in the comments. All right, I got a challenge for you. If you have any ideas for how to use these blocks or the new leaf stuff with the ambience or the wildflowers, I got a Discord. Send your coolest builds using these features. It's 25W02A, I believe. I know this is a bit shorter of a video than usual, but I honestly think these blocks are really cool. So I kind of wanted to just get some out, show them off, because I know a lot of my viewers don't follow snapshots at all. I was surprised. I made a video on the pale oak stuff a few months ago, and I was honestly kind of shocked by how many people had no idea what those blocks were. So yeah, I like these. I think these are pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I have a Discord down below with like a build channel, of course, link down below, obviously. It'll probably be on screen if I remember, but I'm not good at remembering that, so it might not be on screen, so make sure to check below. Oh yeah, drop this stuff down below. It'd be really interesting to see what you guys kind of can build with it, because I know I got a lot of really skilled builders. These go until they hit the ground. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you know, consider subscribing. If you want to see some more like smaller videos like this on the channel that maybe are less like a bunch of work, you know, this is kind of just simple. I just kind of want to do a video on the new snapshot, so sorry if this is not a cool build video that you were maybe expecting. New stuff like that soon. Third AI video perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. Oh yeah, consider subscribing. Check out the rest of the channel, and I'll see you guys next one. Thanks for watching. Join the Patreon, by the way. I got a Patreon down below. Pretty cool. Bye.